colleagues, principals, teachers, friends. We are continuing the lesson planning process and we are diving into the next step, which is the exploration phase. So we are going to explore. So let's move on. So as you know before, we are focusing on language arts, and the reading assignment is a lucky escape, which will be the vehicle for designing the lesson. We are looking at the strand reading, and within reading we want students to, of course, decode those words, and we're looking at silent letters. So we have designed our specific objectives, and you can of course return to the previous video and look at the objectives more in detail. And then we went into developing our engagement activity. And of course, I exposed you to some follow-up activities that you can use if you decide not to use the activities that I have outlined here. And what I want you to also do is, in this video, I want you to comment below on some other engagement activities that you could use or that I could have used instead of the activities that I've used here. So I want to hear from you as well. So of course, put that in the comments below. But let's move into the explore phase, and that is why we are here. Now, what should we expect in lesson planning during the explore stage? Teachers provide students with activities or engage students in activities that allow them to explore a new topic and ask questions. Students are investigating, questioning, and developing their critical thinking skills about that new topic. Students work collaboratively in groups. So when you think of explore, think about group work, where students are working in groups. We want you to challenge your students to think creatively and make those connections from prior learning that they would have been engaged in. What are some of the activities that you can utilize during this phase? We want you, of course, to expose students to problems. So they have to be doing a lot of problem solving, a lot of investigations, a lot of research. You might have them create a model or create something or find out some information and come back to you with that information. The idea, and I want to make this very clear, and it is evident as well in the engage and the explore stage, is that no formal instruction has been given about that topic as yet. So we haven't provided students with any formal instruction. We want students to find the information out themselves. And of course, we as the teacher, we are going to clarify any misconceptions that students may have. And then we will go into the explain stage, where we will be providing that formal instruction. So let's look at some of the activities that I have. And of course, if you have any suggestions in regards to activities that I have outlined here, you of course can comment below, and I look forward to hearing from you in terms of examples of explore activities. So of course, I have this as my explore activities. The teacher is going to present a list of words, and the students will be working in those small groups, and they will be instructed to read and color code the silent letters in each word. Students will also be given a definition sheet and instructed to find. You see, you hear the investigations and the research coming out. We want them to find the meaning of those words using a dictionary or electronic devices. And of course, what will the teacher be doing? The teacher will monitor students as they work to complete the color coding and the definition sheet. Now, of course, you have to indicate, what will your students be doing? We need to know. We need to know what students will be doing. What do you expect your students to do? In my lesson, I want my students to read and color code the words with silent letters. So the student behavior, of course, is linked to the teaching strategies. And then finally, I want students to attempt to read the words and find their meanings, and of course, record that response in the definition sheet. And of course, finally, the very crucial component of the explore stage is the questions. How will you get students to think critically and answer those questions? And of course, find answers about the new topic themselves to pull out the answers from your students. How will you get them to do that? So I have my questions here. So let me make this quick correction there. What do you observe about this word? So we're looking at the words that I've presented to students in groups. Did every letter make a sound? So I'm trying to get some information from my students. Are there any silent letters in these words? What is the meaning of this word? So I want to hear my students' responses. And if you have any examples of some other questions that could have been asked, of course, you can comment below with those suggestions. And that, teachers and friends, that is the end of the explore stage. And of course, I will see you in the next stage, which is the explain stage. See you soon.